Welcome to the Build It Media Show, where we help local small businesses implement marketing strategies to help you build authority and take your business to the next level. I'm Brian Freeman, and welcome to the show. Hey everybody, today I wanted to actually talk to you about how do you decide what you're going to actually create a lead magnet about for your business. And the first thing we're going to cover is real briefly, what is a lead magnet? So a lead magnet is something that you actually create to give away for free to your ideal customer. So they'll opt in and give you their contact information. So then you can actually market to them continually in order to become top of mind and actually get to actually do business with these people later down the road. So that's a lead magnet. Okay. Now, what do we actually create for the lead magnet? That's a good question. So this is something that you ultimately have to decide what is the primary solution that your business provides for your customer. So what is that? And today I'm going to talk to you about this from a custom home builder's business and what their solution is. I'm going to kind of break that down for you as far as how that particular custom home builder could look at his business and create a lead magnet. Okay, multiple lead magnet topics. And I want to talk to you about that. And then we're also going to talk about, what do you do? How do you actually structure that lead magnet and how do you present it to your customer? Okay. So ultimately there is a primary solution and then you have it. So if we're building a custom home and then there's these large steps of the process to actually build this custom home. So what does that look like? Okay, as far as the process. So one of the things we're going to be doing during that process is we're going to be having to buy land. So we got to actually purchase land in order to build a house on. So that's going to be a very important step of the process. Another step is we got to actually create a budget in order to make sure we can build a home on that property. Then once we create our budget, we're going to have to draw plans, okay? And then once we get plans drawn, we actually go through the permitting process. And then we also, once we get to the permitting process, we actually get a permit, we actually got to build this house. So those are all the larger steps that you have to take in order to produce that custom home. So we're still not at the level of what you'd create a lead magnet on. You can create a lead magnet around those larger items, but what we're going to actually do is we're going to go one level deeper and we're going to go into, okay, well, if we're going to be buying land, we're going to split that up into different pieces. So what do we actually have to do to buy land? So there's a due diligence process. There's land due diligence. We're going to look at evaluating site costs when we're buying land. We're going to look at what permits are going to have to be required to actually do those site costs on this land. The surveying process has to be done on this land. Okay, so we're going to split this thing up. Then we can look into, say, budget was one of our other big ones. We're looking at the budget. How do we actually determine a budget? What does it cost to actually build? How do we actually go through and determine a budget prior to actually drawing plans? So these are all like little pieces of these larger steps that are split up, and we break those down into that level. And once you get to that level, that's where you create your lead magnet. So we can create a lead magnet around determining site costs when you're buying land. How to determine site costs when you're buying land. 3 steps or 3 important items you got to do when you're buying land, or got to do when you're doing due diligence to buy land. So break down to that level, and that's where you get your lead magnets. You can create a ton of these things. So you can create 5, 6 lead magnets around just buying land, and that's one of the main steps that you would have to do in order to actually build that custom home, which is the ultimate solution that your business provides for your customer. So make sure you get breakdown to that level. Then say you have, say buying land is one of the major steps. Find, if you come up with maybe 5, 10 ideas, go ahead and talk to some people and say, hey, which one sounds the best and most enticing to you? If you're at this stage in the process, you got to buy land. What does that look like as far as which one would you opt in for the most? And do some research there. You can also do some keyword research and see what people are actually searching for. If they're searching around ideas or searching for terms that are related to the lead magnet title, that you're considering, you'll probably have some good results as far as people opting in for that because they're already looking for it. So keep that in mind. Now, what you want to do is you actually want to, the structure that you want to put towards this lead magnet is you're going to actually create some steps. So list out the different steps of that process. So what are the steps to actually to go through and do the due diligence process of purchasing land? What does that look like? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. List all that out. Okay, so you have that. You can give this in a PDF. You can do this in a video format as well. Maybe this is a 5-minute video. Very, very simple, but it gives them the steps. You can go into more depth later and actually maybe even charge for it, or you can stack these different lead mags together to have increase even more opt-ins with a kind of a larger packaged lead magnet, which would be like how to buy land guide. So you have everything all in one. So everything would be together. So it's just that'd be another step. So you actually take and you give more value and you get more opt-ins that way. But when we're talking about just the initial lead magnet here, this could be a 1-page PDF. This could be a 5-minute video. Very, very simple what you can do. So get the steps. Then when you actually present this to somebody, you're going to look at, you want to talk to them about, okay, look, this is the reason, this is why we do this. I've been doing this for this long. You want to talk to them about, give some authority what you're doing and the mistakes you made and how important this is as to why they should be listening to you and how you can help them. Okay. Then explain the strategy. You want to go through, tell your stories. You're essentially telling them a story about why this is important. Then walk them through the actual step-by-step that we just listed out in the framework. This is why you do it. You want to explain why it's so important, then give them the information how to do it, and then actually discuss kind of like a case study actually as to how what by doing this is what this prevented, or this is how this helped us. So if we're buying land, say, hey, we decided that we got our property corners marked on this property, and we found out that this corner was way under the neighbor's property, and it saved a boundary dispute that was going to happen down the road. And you give them these different case studies as to how these things help them, and it helps them to understand why this is so important. So yes, you can do this on a ton of different smaller items that are for each of those main results that you need to get the bigger steps to actually get to that ultimate result of building a custom home. So, all right, so take this, think of your company. What do you do? What's your main solution? Break it down into steps, larger steps to get there, and then break it down one more time and say, hey, well, what are the pieces to get to that larger step? And then that's what you're going to actually create that lead magnet around, and that'll give you a ton of ideas that you actually use. Ask some people, hey, what do you want to opt in on? Do some research as far as what people are searching for, and create some lead magnets. And sometimes you'll be surprised. Create a couple of them, put them out there, test them, see which works, and the market will tell you what's a better one. So, all right, so I hope that helps. If you need more information about how we can help you, visit our website at buildit.media. It's buildit.media. You can go to a resources page. We have a ton of information you can download there. So, all right, hope that helps, and have a great rest of your day. Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Build It Media show today. If you are needing help with a website, or you are wondering about how we can help you with a marketing plan, feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us on our website at buildit.media. Again, that's buildit.media. Request a consultation and we will reach right back out to you. So looking forward to hearing from you, and have an amazing rest of your day.